Welcome to the Brett James podcast. This is your host, Brett James. I'm coming to you live from my basement on this very, very shitty Wednesday afternoon. It is about 7 o'clock, an hour before the Duke North Carolina game tonight. And I have my first co-host on today, Playoff Clay. What's up, Playoff Clay?
What's up, man? Pleasure to be here.
Hey, thanks for coming on, man. All right, so recent news. Manny Machado, $300 million signed with the Padres. How do you feel about that?
Well, I have no problem with the money. I just have a problem with how long it is. Because what if he
I
does
think
bad?
they're going to trade him. They're probably going to trade him in a couple of years, just like Stanton did with the Marlins.
Yeah.
And my thing is, Manny Machado just retired by going to San Diego. Like he said last year in the World Series, I don't feel like running down every foul ball, every time to first base in the World Series. He said, "I'm not Johnny Hustle." So I'm saying he's just going to Cali, trying to keep it on the DL down there. Not really, because he doesn't really care about winning. He just said that, so we'll see what happens to him.
I feel like he just wants to play, and it doesn't matter what team he plays for. He just wanted his paycheck.
Yeah, my prediction is that he'll have a, I guess, quote-unquote slump year for the next 10 years, however many years he's in San Diego, because no one ever goes to those games anyways. All right. They got other MLB free agents too. Paul Goldschmidt with the Cardinals. How do you feel about that one? Cardinals
that was a
almost
really
made the playoffs
good
last
move.
year.
Really good move for the Cardinals. They needed one more piece to become a legitimate contender.
Yeah, what were they? 1 or 2 games away from the postseason last year?
Yeah, I think that's what it
I think
was.
come down to the final game, actually. I think that'll help him out a lot.
Yeah,
I don't know if
definitely.
about World Series contenders, but we'll see.
I mean, anything can happen in the MLB playoffs. It's the most unpredictable sport.
Yeah, that's right. All right, Bryce Harper. I imagine he'll sign probably tomorrow, this upcoming week, if not this weekend at the latest, because him and Machado were playing a game of chicken to see who would sign first, so the other person could get more. So I wouldn't be surprised if he signs for $301 million or something like that, something silly.
What team do you think he's going to go to?
I don't know. I mean, the Padres pretty ballsy. They said they haven't ruled out going after Harper, even though they just signed Machado.
There was a report yesterday that said that they don't want to sign Harper anymore.
Oh, yeah, I didn't see that one.
I think he has a really good chance to go to the Giants.
Giants, I don't know. That'd be a good move. That's a perfect park for him because he'll just hitting bombs into the water out there in right field.
Yeah, it's a hard place to hit home runs though. So if he signs a short deal, then I don't know if that'll be good for him because his stats won't look as pretty, in my opinion.
I don't know. Outside of people are saying Bryce Harper's not even worth all the fuss because outside of his 2015 year, he's always had power. Always hit a lot of home runs, but outside of that 2015, he hasn't really hit for average. He's not.
What did he hit? He hit like 240 last year.
Yeah, something like that. It's crazy.
He started off hot. I remember like the first month or two he was batting like 305, and then he went on a really long slump.
Yeah, I don't think did he ever come back from that last year? I think near the end of the season, I think he put together a little hot streak there.
Yeah, he was hitting a lot of home runs.
All right, other MLB free agents. I don't think there's really that many here. Let's go down the list here. Matt Adams, aka Fat Adams, signed with the Nationals. I don't think that's very.
No,
that's nothing.
He doesn't matter that much.
Yeah. How do you think the Padres will be looking after that Manny Machado signing?
I think they'll win like 10 more games at most.
Yeah, probably. I went down the roster. I didn't recognize one single player on their team besides Ian Kinsler and Eric Hosmer.
They also have James Paxton on pitching, I believe.
Josh Donaldson 1 year with the Braves. Braves are looking good. They choked in the playoffs, but their youth will get just one more year of experience this year.
Yeah, I feel like they just had no experience last year, and that has a big reason why they lost.
Yeah, my boy Mike Moustakas. I'm a big Royals fan, so the Braves are kind of my second team now. Since they pretty much took all the Royals players. Mike Moustakas, Lawrence O'Kane. He signed a 1-year, $9 million deal. Brewers again.
Brewers, yeah, the Brewers, they have a really good chance to be good again if Yelich can put the same numbers as last year.
Yeah, obviously Manny Machado. Alcides Escobar, another one of my favorite Royals, but I don't think he'll do much, especially with Baltimore. All right, yeah, that's pretty much no other big time free agents. Oh, Andrew McCutchen, forgot about him. Andrew McCutchen with the Phillies.
Oh, he signed with the Phillies? I didn't know about that.
Yeah, 3 years.
He didn't have that good of a year last year, but it
No.
could have just been the ballpark he played into the first half of the season.
Yeah, it definitely does not look like his MVP self from a couple years ago.
No,
But
definitely not.
do you think the Phillies will still try to go after Harper after sign McCutchen, after getting that outfielder?
I feel like they signed McCutchen like just in case they don't get Harper, but I feel like Harper is still going to be their first choice over McCutchen.
All right, Dallas Keuchel still unsigned. He's probably the biggest pitching free agent this year. I have no idea where he's going to go. I imagine he'll re-sign with Houston.
If he has nowhere else to go, he'll probably end up re-signing with Houston.
James Shields, another free agent. Obviously past his prime, but
still
turn your franchise around with that winning mentality.
Yeah.
All right, there's really no other.
It was a slow free agency this year.
Yep, outside of Harper and Keuchel and Machado, there's pretty much nothing else there. All right, we are just covered Manny Machado. And my biggest problem with MLB is there's no salary cap. So pretty much small market teams virtually have a 0% chance of contending unless you get lucky with draft picks, just like the Royals did back in 2014, 2015.
Yeah.
And you look at the Padres, even after they signed Manny Machado to that huge deal, they were at $75 million last year, which is 26. So he's going to get paid $30 million next year. That'll only take them up to about 20th in MLB in payroll next year. So they're still not spending that much.
The Yankees are always spending a mass amount of money, and they still can't win.
Yeah, because the Bostons of the world and the Yankees of the world and the Dodgers of the world, they can just buy them. They don't have to worry about drafting or anything. They can just buy themselves into the playoffs and buy themselves a top of the league team.
Which I don't think it's fair. I feel like the MLB should establish a salary cap.
All right, so NFL free agency. Have you been paying attention to that the whole Antonio Brown kind of drama that's going on?
Yeah, I actually have. I feel like he's in the wrong about everything that's going on. He should have handled it a lot different.
Well, he still has 3 years left on his contract, and he keeps on saying he's a free agent, how he wants to be picked up by a team, which doesn't make any sense.
He thinks he's a free agent, which is mind-blowing because the Steelers don't care. They just want to get as much as they can out of it.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
When you're as good as Anthony Brown, though, you could leverage your way out of a team. Antonio Brown.
Yeah, that's true.
But who's gonna want to trade for him though?
A contender will trade for him.
I don't know. And the Steelers' interesting thing is the Steelers aren't just going to cut him because they don't want that cap hit on their roster.
No,
you can't.
No, but they don't want a cancer on their team either.
Yeah, exactly.
I think they'll do whatever they need to in order to get the team winning again.
I think they're definitely going to end up moving him before next season.
And I don't know how because they pretty much said, "Fuck Le'Veon Bell. We're not going to give him. We're not going to give you any money." So they don't really care if they just sit out, especially after that James Conner came in and tore the league up last year in place of Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah, and Big Ben, I mean, he shouldn't have blamed Le'Veon Bell for them missing the playoffs because he said that Le'Veon Bell was a distraction the whole season. So I can see why Antonio Brown doesn't really like Big Ben anymore.
I mean, Big Ben said he was going to retire last year, right? Or 2 years ago?
Yeah, he said that this is probably his last year.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. Because he's still one of the better quarterbacks in the league. Better than Tom Brady, for sure.
He's always leading in passing yards.
Yep. I don't know, maybe the stats will probably go down if Antonio Brown leaves. So maybe that might affect decision.
Yeah, Brown leaves and all he has is like Juju, and that's it.
Yeah, and some big white tight end that no one's ever heard of. That ends up catching 2 touchdowns a game.
Jesse James and Vince McDonald.
And one of the bigger free agents this year, D Ford. I really hope he does not get any money from any team. I really hope he gets off the Kansas City Chiefs after he cost us the Super Bowl last year.
I hope he gets cut and doesn't play ever again.
6 inches offsides. Are you kidding me? My teams find a new way to rip my heart out every single game.
They'll still end up franchise tagging him.
I don't know. They have Earl Thomas. I mean, not Earl Thomas,
Eric
but Landon Collins is a free agent, and us Chiefs fans are getting our hopes up that we can sign Landon Collins. I don't know if we can do that though, but we need someone in the secondary.
I mean, yeah, I could definitely see him signing.
Eric Berry, if he comes back at least 90% of what he was, I think the Chiefs' defense is going to be really good, like how it was 3 years ago.
Yeah, we had literally one of the bottom 3 defenses in the whole NFL last year. Patrick Mahomes still led us to the AFC Championship game.
If you guys still had Alex Smith, I don't think that you guys would have made the playoffs, to be honest.
No, we might have made the playoffs, but definitely would have lost to the Colts.
Tyreek Hill, he's, in my opinion, the most underrated wide receiver in the NFL, though.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Literally, it's like a video game out there. He just outruns everybody.
Yeah.
Well, he got a lot more recognition last season.
Yeah. The Rams defense. The Rams went all out last season. They spent all the money. Stan Kroenke spent all the money on guys like Dante Fowler, or not Dante Fowler, Ndamukong Suh, Aaron Donald. But Ndamukong Suh is a free agent this year. So is Dante Fowler. Dante Fowler, especially after that sack in overtime in the NFC Championship game, caused an interception that brought the Rams to the Super Bowl. I don't know. Do you guys think the Rams will be any worse, any better, especially on the defensive side if they lose any free agents?
Well, they're definitely going to be worse.
Yeah, I think they'll be worse. They didn't even go up to the expectations they were supposed to last year with all the big name guys they had. They were in like the middle of the pack in the NFL in defense.
Well, Ndamukong Suh, it seems like he didn't really care in the regular season.
Yeah,
and then in the playoffs, he turned it up. So now to some NBA talks. Heart of the NBA season. Getting ready to... Just after the All-Star break, actually, no games have been played after the All-Star break. And I recently signed a contract with the Portland Trail Blazers to join their fan base. And many people were upset that they missed out. They missed out on me.
The most coveted Twitter free agent ever.
Some say the Antonio Brown of NBA fan base free agents. All right, and I've been hearing some rumors about Damian Lillard may want out of Portland. And my question was, is there any grace period if Damian Lillard actually does want out, or if he does actually get traded? Is there a grace period that I can say this contract is void? Do I have an opt-out that said I can leave the Portland Trail Blazers and go to a different team?
I wouldn't see why not.
Yeah, people bandwagon all the time.
Yeah, okay, that's what I was thinking, but I didn't want to look like a bitch.
I think you'll be fine.
And no one's gonna say shit.
All right, down to the Eastern Conference. Obviously, Giannis is the MVP of the Eastern Conference. The Bucks are the 1 seed. The Raptors are a couple games behind them. And
Magic are 1 game out of the 8th seed.
Wow.
Hey, if you ain't winning it, you should be tanking it. I don't know what your Magic are doing.
They have too many wins to start tanking at this point.
Not really.
If Markelle
They already have,
comes back,
28, 29 wins.
Are they in the playoffs right now?
They're 1 game out of the 8th seed.
So would you rather them make the playoffs or lose every game?
make the playoffs.
Make the playoffs at this point. The team needs to start getting some winning experience.
How do you feel about the lottery draft pick, Mabamba?
I like the song, but I don't like his play.
Okay,
I mean,
he seems like one of the worst lottery picks this year.
I mean,
Yeah, definitely.
at his spot though, who else would they have taken?
I don't know when did they draft? What was their spot?
6 or 7, something like that.
I think it was 6.
I don't know.
Was it?
Let's see here. Let's look this up.
Yeah, it was 6th.
All right, so Ayton went first. Jaren Jackson, Trae Young. There it is. Mo Bamba. Wendell Carter, Colin Sexton. He's tearing it up.
I'd rather
Hey,
Markelle than Sexton.
You could have taken the best player in the draft, Michael Porter.
Oh, yeah, totally. The best player in the draft.
Dude, for sure. No one's even seen him yet. Who knows what it'll look like?
Him on the team has made Denver a 2 seed just by himself.
That's right.
Hey, the Magic are undefeated since we got Markelle.
Has Markelle played?
Has Michael Porter played?
No. Hey, this is the first time I've ever mentioned Michael Porter. You literally every one of your Twitter posts is a picture of Markelle Fultz. Literally every single one.
Yeah, I'm playoff Markelle. What do you expect?
Playoff Markelle. Didn't he get out of the rotation last year?
Yeah. He literally cannot shoot a basketball. I think me and Markelle Fultz, 3-point shooting contest. Who wins?
Probably you. I don't think Markelle Fultz would even be signed to the Portland.
At least I can
base.
shoot a basketball.
Hey, Markelle can drive, finish, play defense.
But I can't shoot it.
Wasn't Markelle supposed to be the next James Harden?
He's been hurt.
Yeah, something like that.
He flopped.
He's been hurt since he came into the league.
I mean, the Sixers traded him. The Sixers are infamous for waiting 2 years for Joel Embiid.
Yeah, but the Sixers are in a win now mode. They don't have time to wait and have him take up the roster spot.
It was a different time for the Sixers. They waited for him.
In my opinion, that trade was a good move for both teams.
Who did the Sixers get? What did they get?
They got Jonathan Simmons, an OKC first-round pick, and a second-round pick.
They got a first-round pick.
It's an OKC first-round
Fultz?
pick, top 20 protected.
Oh, so that's not very good.
Yeah.
That's whatever. All right.
So
Eastern Conference. Wait, what was that?
No, I was just saying, so they got a bench player and 2 picks that are virtually worthless.
Yeah. All right. The Eastern Conference, though, it's going to be really competitive this year, especially after LeBron James left. You got Philadelphia loading up with Tobias Harris and Jimmy Butler this year. Who do you think comes out of the East?
I think Toronto, since they have the most experience out of any team.
Yeah, Toronto's the most well-rounded team.
How far do you think Philadelphia will go?
Probably.
I personally think Philadelphia is going to come out of the East.
I
think they're going to make it to the Eastern Conference Finals.
I think if they have to play Boston in the second round, then Boston's going to win that series.
Yeah, what are the chances of Kyrie Irving not showing up to the Eastern Conference Finals this year?
I'd say it's about a 50% chance, depending on who they play. If they play Milwaukee, then Boston can beat Milwaukee. I don't know if Boston can beat Toronto. Honestly, every team in the East in the top 4 can beat any other team.
Do you think Giannis is overrated? I personally think he's kind of overrated.
I think he's a little overrated.
He has no outside game at all. Literally, all he does is drive.
He's unstoppable when he drives, though. I wouldn't say he's overrated.
Would you rather have... Okay, this might seem like a stupid question. How much better is Giannis than Ben Simmons?
A lot.
Because Ben Simmons a better playmaker than Giannis, right?
Yeah. Giannis is a decent playmaker. He's better at driving to the rim, and he has a 22% three-point shot.
Yeah, Giannis is like Ben Simmons, but a lot better in every category.
Except playmaking.
Right. Yeah. Killer Clay, I have a question for you. I listened to that podcast that you did with Rakesh.
Yeah.
And you guys had some major beef. At one point you said, "Why do you sound so Indian?"
I'm
Would
not
you like to
racist.
explain yourself?
I'm not racist. He was just pissing me off. I honestly think that it was an American dude with an Indian accent, like just messing around.
So you thought he was faking the Indian accent?
Yeah, that's why I kept making fun of him. I also told him his favorite player was Curry.
Wait, is he
Like
actually
the Indian
Indian?
spice. Yes. I'm
Raw
gonna have
dish.
him. I'm gonna try to get him on the pod sometime.
We'll settle our beef.
Yes. All right. KD, Kyrie, they're literally boyfriends. Did you see? Have you been paying attention to that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So KD and Kyrie, there's pretty much media in the media. They're pretty much a lock to go to the Knicks. Especially, did you see that video of them in the tunnel at the All-Star game?
Yeah,
And Kyrie was
Kyrie
holding up
was
two.
like saying 2 max slots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think, I don't know. KD kind of seems like a guy who wouldn't go to the Knicks because James Dolan's such a bad owner, and he doesn't want to mess around with all that. He just wants to play ball, as he would say. He doesn't want to have to deal with the
He wants
Yeah,
to
I don't-
play
block
ball.
boys.
I don't think
I think he
KD's
wants-
going to go anywhere that doesn't have a good team around him.
I think he just wants to win. Winning is over everything to Kevin Durant, and if that means staying with Golden State, then he might do that.
All right, so here's my thing. If KD KD pretty much controls the whole every free agent, every
Yeah.
major free agent. Because if KD goes to New York, Kyrie's going to also go to New York. But if KD doesn't do that, then Kyrie's probably not, unless KD goes to some other team. I don't know what other team would have 2 max spots, though. Is there any other team with 2 max spots?
There's not.
Yeah, okay. And so I think Boston won't go after Anthony Davis if Kyrie's not there, or says there's a high chance that he will sign somewhere else, whether it be in New York or wherever. Maybe even the Lakers.
I don't think the Lakers have been in talks to get him.
I don't know. LeBron. You guys saw the LeBron Instagram live story, right? When he was singing "Rewind, Rewind."
Yeah.
Remember that? Yeah, attack Kyrie Irving. I think that I would love that as a LeBron fan for Kyrie to go back to LA, play with LeBron, and they trade for someone else.
They trade for someone like CJ McCollum. It's a solid
Or
shooting
Bradley
guard.
Beal.
All
All right, Lakers. So, do we honestly think they're going to get Anthony Davis? Because if I was the Lakers, Kyle Kuzma is untouchable.
Kuzma
Yeah.
is?
Yeah. Rank
I don't know
the
about
players
that
for
one.
me out of Kuzma, Ball, Ingram, and Hart.
Probably Kuzma, Lonzo, Ingram, and Hart.
Okay, that's actually what I say too.
Yeah.
Because Josh Hart is currently out of the rotation. I don't know if I think he might be a little injured, but he's just not very good. And Ingram is the most overrated basketball player of all time.
Yeah, he's pretty terrible.
I think Tatum is the most overrated.
No. Tatum dunked on LeBron, dude.
Tatum dunked on LeBron.
What other player has dunked on LeBron?
You're
Dwight Howard.
Yeah, but Dwight
Okay,
Howard.
Dwight Howard fucks trannies. Jason Tatum. Tell me when Jason Tatum fucks a tranny.
Jayson
I mean, you
Tatum
never
eats
know.
oysters. Who eats oysters?
I don't know. He's just putting on a diet. Celtics probably got the best nutritionist in the league.
I mean, if you're eating oysters, you might as well be fucking trannies, honestly.
No.
It's pretty equivalent in my book.
What what if he fucked what if he ate tranny oysters?
Well, that's a
fuck is
double
that?
negative, so that's fine.
Exactly. That's throwing back to 4th grade English class right there. All right. Do you want to talk about the All NBA teams this year?
Yeah.
And we'll get to the MVP later on after the All NBA teams. So 3rd team. Do you want to start from 3rd team and go to 1st, or start from 1st and go to 3rd?
Could start with 1st so we could see who's off the board.
Yeah.
Good idea. All right. So 1st team, obviously, I guess we'll all go in a circle or whatever and say who we're gonna pick.
Yeah, first podcast.
All right. So my 1st team, obviously, got Giannis, Paul George, James Harden, and it's either I think it's a toss up between Embiid and Jokic. Can you have 2 in there? It doesn't have to be like one center.
You could
I
have.
don't know.
I'm pretty sure that you could have 2 centers, but that means that a power forward would have to not be good, and Giannis is the power forward.
All right, so we got Harden, Giannis, Paul George, Embiid, or Jokic. Yeah, I think you only can have one center. I think you can only have one center.
I would probably put Embiid over Jokic.
Yeah, I would too.
I think that if the Nuggets can keep up their play for the rest of the season, and they finish with the 2 seed, they're in the 2 seed right now. If they keep that up, and the Sixers, what seed are the Sixers right now? I really need to look this up.
Sixers, I think they're like the 5th seed.
Okay, so if the Sixers are still in the 5th seed, yes. They're tied. They're actually tied with the Celtics and the Pacers without Oladipo. Who would have thought? They're the 3rd seed right now. They're a game above Boston and Philly.
They're still the 3rd seed?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. They're not going to do anything in the playoffs.
No. You have to have at least one star in the playoffs, and they lost that when Oladipo went down.
Yeah.
So we got Jokic, Embiid, Harden, Paul George, Giannis. Did I say Giannis? Giannis, Paul George, Harden,
Giannis, yeah,
Jokic.
that's 4.
And then I think Steph Curry is going to be the point guard.
And then, Steph Curry.
Yeah, I think so too.
Does everyone agree with that? I mean,
that's a pretty good list to me.
Yeah.
Right now.
And then probably for 2nd team, it'll be either Kyrie or Dame. And
has LeBron played enough games to make 2nd or 3rd team?
He's LeBron, so he'll probably end up getting 2nd team.
At least 2nd, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think if the Lakers miss the playoffs, do you think that will have any bearing on LeBron's?
If they miss the playoffs, he might get 3rd team.
Yeah. It doesn't really have too big of an influence because they do all their voting before the playoff starts, if I have that correct.
Yeah, they're not going to leave LeBron off an All-NBA team.
Yeah, and ESPN does all the voting.
Yeah.
It's basically LeBron Center over there.
All right, 2nd team. How about you guys go ahead and give your All-NBA 2nd teams?
I think Kyrie Irving is going to get 2nd team. For shooting guard, I actually don't know.
Kevin Durant will probably make 2nd team.
Yeah, Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
LeBron and Jokic.
Yeah, and then Jokic or Embiid for.
Yeah, they're
going to be 1st and 2nd team.
They might get the same amount of votes.
I mean, Joel Embiid is in that weak Eastern Conference, so
yeah,
I wouldn't give him any votes personally.
Maybe 2nd team for shooting guard will be Bradley Beal.
Yeah, I could see Beal making it.
And then 3rd
team. So 2nd team we got LeBron, KD, Beal,
Kyrie, and
Kyrie.
Jokic or Embiid.
Yeah. Or Kemba Walker. Are we gonna have Kemba Walker over Kyrie?
Yeah,
I'd
I think Kemba. I'd put Kyrie first.
Yeah, I'd put Kemba on the third team and put Kyrie on the second team.
Yeah, I don't. Do you think Dame will make an All NBA team?
We're leaving out Dame Dalla.
Dame Dalla. I don't know. It depends. That one might be who makes the playoffs.
I don't know who I'd put Dame over, though.
I don't know. Kemba Walker.
He's having
He's
a
slowed
career
down
year.
in a little, career year. One by far the best of his career, but
Yeah,
he slowed down just a little bit in the past couple weeks. So that may cost him a.
Still
I'd
an
still put
all-star
Kemba over
starter.
Dame.
Okay, but all seriousness, I think that LeBron and 2 Chainz album should be the most hyped album in the past 10 years.
Who do you think will be the All NBA third team shooting guard? I think Klay Thompson has a good chance.
Lillard can be in there because I think it's 2 guards,
Oh yeah, it's
then
2
a
guards.
forward and a center.
Yeah, I don't think Thompson.
I think it'll be Westbrook and Lillard.
Yeah, Westbrook and Lillard.
Westbrook has been so inefficient though.
Yeah, I don't think Westbrook will be in All NBA this season.
Who's a better 3-point shooter, Russell Westbrook or Markelle Fultz?
Fultz.
Yeah, I'd give Fultz the edge there.
All right, so for third team, Westbrook, Kemba, Lillard. We can't have that actually.
No, 2 guards.
So Westbrook's out. Are we leaving Westbrook out?
Yeah, Westbrook's out.
Yeah, I'd put Lillard and Kemba over Westbrook.
Yeah. Kemba, Lillard, Blake Griffin. We're putting Blake Griffin third team.
Yeah, Blake Griffin's definitely third team.
Yeah, he's had a great year.
And then who's gonna be the center? Towns. Is Towns gonna be the center?
Probably Towns. He's averaging like 24 and 12 this year.
Mm-hmm.
Is he?
Yep, 23.1. I don't have his percentages right in front of me, but
Yeah, I'd probably put Towns on the third team then.
And
all right, MVP.
My
Harden.
MVP.
Obviously, James Harden, right?
Harden's averaging 36 points per game. It's Harden.
All right, Clay, Harden.
I'm probably gonna have to go with Harden too, as much as I don't want to. But second place is Giannis.
I don't think Harden's gonna get it just because he won it last year. The MVP has become a participation award for all the superstars.
Yeah, it actually has.
LeBron should have what, like 10 MVPs, 11 MVPs.
Yeah, they don't want to give MVPs to all the same guys.
The only legit MVP winners are LeBron when he's won, and then Curry in 16, and Harden this year. If Harden wins it this year.
If I was voting for MVP, I would have given LeBron unanimous MVP last year because of what he did with that Cavs team is insane.
Hey,
Yeah,
but
he
got
took a
dunked on by
lottery team to the finals.
But he got dunked on by Jayson Tatum in the playoffs. So
She just retired right after that game.
Yeah, probably.
hey, I saw a tweet that said, after that, it said, I thought I deleted Twitter, and then I got it like five seconds after. But it said, Jayson Tatum is a better, and then said all caps. Jayson Tatum is a better, all caps, pure bucket getter than LeBron James.
People actually thought Jayson Tatum was going to be like the next superstar in the league.
He is going to be the next superstar. We need Kyrie. He needs Kyrie gone. Once Kyrie leaves, it's Jayson Tatum's show.
I don't know about that one, Chief.
He'll be Gordon.
Listen.
He'll be Gordon Hayward that can dunk.
He's a light skinned Gordon Hayward.
Hey, that that light skin connection maybe get broken up in LA this year, especially if Lonzo goes to Phoenix.
If Lonzo goes to Phoenix, I'm honestly just gonna laugh because he's such a Phoenix player.
The second coming of Elfrid Payton.
Basically, yeah. He thought that he was gonna be Jason Kidd, but he's like Jared Dudley.
He's literally Elfrid Payton with a shoe deal and a loudmouth dad.
And he's also one of the greatest rappers of all time.
One of
Can't
the ugliest.
leave that
I'm not
jump
going to argue
shots of
with
all
that
time,
one.
too. Who's better, Dame Dollar or ZO2?
I don't know. I just listened. Gotta be honest here. Just went to Spotify a couple days ago. Looked up ZO2. He had that Kyle Kuzma diss track. What was it called? Kylie Kuzma.
Kylie Kuzma with the
Kylie
cowboy hat.
Kuzma? Yeah. I'm taking that best
I
diss
have
track
that picture.
of all time. Hit him up has got nothing on that.
T-Pain dissed him about that on Drop the Mic.
I haven't seen that yet. Hey, did you see that LeBron just confirmed that Space Jam 2 is going to start filming this year?
What was that? You cut off. What's filming?
Space Jam 2.
Yeah.
They
I don't know who else is gonna. I don't know who else is gonna be in it though.
Steph Curry's got to be in it because he's the best shooter of all time.
Isaiah Thomas tweeted about being in it.
Who did? Clay?
Isaiah Thomas.
Oh.
What are they? What powers are they gonna take?
I don't know.
But who else do you think should be in it? I think Embiid should definitely be in it.
Yeah, he's got a big personality.
He would be hilarious.
It's probably gonna be all LeBron's boys, like
Lonzo's gonna be in it.
Lonzo.
No, I hope Lonzo's not gonna be in it.
They're actually gonna be like, I want to build houses, so I want your jump shot because I need bricks.
Oof.
It's gonna be LeBron, Kyrie, KD. Probably like I don't know who else's boy. Oh, it's gonna be the
D-Wade.
The Banana Boat crew in Space Jam 2.
CPO.
Cover's gonna
It's
be
literally
them on
just
the banana boat.
The banana boat.
Do you guys think that Chris Paul is overrated?
I mean, that's his contract is. So Chris Paul's like the highest paid player. Not the highest paid, but like the fourth highest paid player this year.
Who's the highest paid player?
Highest paid player is Steph. It's James Harden.
Westbrook.
Oh, Westbrook?
Is it Westbrook?
Hey, guys, out here, let me pull up the contracts. I have this. Try to guess. You'll never guess the top 5.
Really?
You'll never guess it.
Okay, so I think number 1.
Top 5. Number 1's Curry.
Curry, okay, yeah, I knew that. He just signed a new deal, making like $45 million a year.
Yeah, it's got to be Curry. Number 2 is probably Westbrook.
I think it's Harden.
Yeah, it's.
Is it Curry and Harden?
1 second. Yeah, it's Curry, Harden. All right, so Curry, Chris Paul. Wait, that's not what I'm looking for. Wait, just 1 second. God damn, why is this so hard to find?
Isn't it Curry? And then, is it Harden or is it LeBron?
I know Curry and Westbrook are the top 2.
I think Paul Millsap is up there too.
Yeah, he just signed that big contract with Denver.
Mike Conley is way overpaid.
Yeah, so Paul Millsap, he's top 5.
Really? Oh my god.
Gordon Hayward, Blake Griffin.
Gordon Hayward, I can't believe. I mean, they didn't know that was going to, but still.
Wait, how much does Gordon Hayward make in a year?
Like almost
32.
30. It's insane. And he's been terrible this year. I mean, not terrible, I shouldn't say that, but.
I mean, I don't know if it's his fault, to be honest. He's just playing a little bit.
He had that injury, but. All right. God damn it. Why is it so hard to find the contracts?
I think Mike Conley's making like $32 million or something crazy like that.
What about Blake
Yeah,
Griffin?
he's up there.
Isn't Blake
Mike
making like
Conley's making.
28 something a year, something like that?
I found.
I mean, he
found
got
a website.
he got screwed over by the Clippers. I said they retired his jersey and they traded him like a week after.
Wow. It was the owner's idea to do it, and the owner tried shaking hands. Blake Griffin totally ignored him.
Okay, DeMar DeRozan up there. Al Horford. Melo's still up there. Melo's
That's
a
an old
joke.
list.
Yeah, this is an old list. Yeah, I don't.
'Cause Melo got bought
I
out.
literally just had the website earlier today.
Just look
Okay.
up highest paid NBA players.
That's what I do, and it's giving me all these old contracts.
I have a list. Okay, so number 1, Steph Curry is making 34 a year, and number 2 is LeBron is making 33. Number 3 is Paul Millsap making 31.3. Blake Griffin is making 29.7. And Gordon Hayward is getting paid 29.7. And Kyle Lowry is 28.7. Shouldn't be an all-star. Mike Conley is 28.5. Russell Westbrook is 28.5. Harden is 28.3. And DeMar DeRozan is 27.7.
No, I don't know, but I think isn't Andrew Wiggins up there? Andrew Wiggins signed that like super max with Minnesota.
Did he?
Yeah, Wiggins is making like 25 mil a year, something
Yeah,
like
that's insane. Him and John Wall. John Wall's also up there. John Wall's getting paid $40 million next year.
Well, John Wall. That's awful.
that. John Fall.
I know.
John.
Yep,
Wall.
John may have fallen in his house, but was
Yeah.
probably doing something very shady and fell down.
I bet he got his ass kicked.
All right, you guys want to wrap it up there, or anything else you
Yeah.
guys want to talk about?
I don't have anything to add.
All right, so
Whenever something big happens, we should just recap everything.
Yeah.
Like the Bryce Harper deal. Like I could talk to you about that.
Yeah, I mean, sounds good. I'll try to have. Yeah, I'm gonna have other people. I'm gonna try to have other people on. I'll be spamming that.
Don't get Angus on here because his podcast isn't serious.
Well, I was on it last time.
Yeah, and him and his friend Dave were just yelling at each other about the Lakers and Knicks.
Yeah, I know. It was pretty fun, but
The one with the Rockesh was fun.
dude, I was laughing my ass off. I was in bed. I was like, the guy said, I'm recording a podcast with a crazy ass Indian. I'm like, what the hell's going on? So I go to YouTube, look it up, start watching it. I'm literally laughing so hard for like 10 straight minutes in my bed.
I told him like my first minute, he's like ranting about something. I'm like, dude, why are Indians so retarded?
Because Rakesh, I was dead when he said, I don't know who they were talking about. Maybe Kawhi Leonard. He was talking about Kawhi Leonard, and he's like, Kawhi Leonard sucks. He's garbage. And then he goes, and he's like, Kawhi Leonard's a top 5 player. And he's like, maybe a top 5 retard.
Yeah. Well, I have to go, but it was awesome being on here. I definitely want to be on it again.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Thanks for coming. All right, that concludes the second episode of the Brett James podcast. And yeah, that's it. See ya.